Today I'm going to share with you this educational video on how to get personal loan from the financial institutions in the United States of America. You might be having some unexpected expenses you need to do. Sometimes maybe the car has been totaled. Maybe sometimes there is a medical emergency. Maybe sometimes you need to get some extra fund to start a business, but you cannot get a business loan right away. So for whatever reason, you need some extra fund to do something, and you need to get a personal loan. How do you go about it? What are the steps, or what is the process you need to follow in order to get the personal loan? So I'm going to share with you 5 to 6 things which you need to pay attention to get the personal loan. Number 1 is for you to be in a position to determine your loan needs and budget. What does that mean? Because there are some people can just go and, I just need a personal loan. But you need, before you go to the bank or any credit union or any financial institution to get the loan, you need clear to say, I need the loan for item 1, 2, 3. This is the need I want to cover with this loan. Then you need to go to specify how much money you need. How much money do you want to borrow? And remember, the amount you want to borrow should not be coming from the vacuum. Yes, you might have unexpectedly something you want to purchase, or you want to get the upgrade to get a new car. Whether it is an immediate need or it's not an immediate need, you have to be able to know how much are you able to borrow and how much are you able to pay. Not just because you're going to ask for the loan, you are going to ask for $1 million, which you know for sure you cannot be given, you cannot afford to borrow that amount, you are not able to pay that amount back. So you have to find out what you need in terms the purpose of that loan, what you are going to need that money to cover the need of that loan, but also your amount you need to be able to do that. Remember, when you are going to get the personal loan, they have higher interest. So don't just go and get the unnecessary loan for unnecessary expenditures, because in the end, what you are going to pay to the bank, you are going to pay with a higher interest rate. And sometimes people like immigrants can just, because we do not know this about interest rate or about whatever it is going, you are going to borrow the money and you are going just to have dinner, birthday, baby shower, all those crazy things. Make sure it is a really important need. If it's not that important and is not that way, find a way to budget yourself for that expense you want to need, instead of going to get the personal loan and you don't use appropriate, or you just get the high amount which you don't need in that particular way. So get the amount of the money which will be able to pay in a comfortable way on a monthly basis, because you will be returning the money back to the financial institutions on a monthly basis. Number 2, you need to check your credit score. I've been talking over and over. What is credit score? How do you go about it to improve your credit score? So you have to check your credit score. And you can do various ways. Number 1, you can go on the what we call annual credit report. In annual credit report website, you'll be given free 3 credit reports per year. Each Experian, TransUnion, whatever, you are going to get each one, they are going to give you 1 per year. So you get 3 per year. So don't just go and get all in 1 month. That's very important to consider. But also some people can use Credit Karma. It's just a free. And also most of the banks nowadays, they have integration of the credit score into your bank. So look if they have the one you can be able to see for free. Once you know what is your score, the score will determine if your credit worthiness, you'll be able to be given the loan or not. For instance, you cannot go and ask a personal loan while you have 450 credit score, 500 credit score. So you have to improve your credit score first if you want to have personal loan. But also, your credit score is going to determine the interest rate. The lower the credit score, the higher the interest rate. So if you have good or the best credit score, you have lower interest rate. So that is the important thing to do. Then, the third step, you need to start shopping around to find the options for that personal loans. Remember, each personal loan has different requirements, or rather different terms, from one bank to another, from one credit union to another, from online lenders to just wherever you are going to get the money, they have different. So you can go to the traditional banks like US Bank, Bank of America, for instance, Chase Bank. They will have different terms, different options. They will tell you, we'll give you this loan and these are your terms. But before you go and ask and put your social security and all those information, just go and read to know what are their options, what are their overall terms. That will be able to find out. Why am I saying this way? Because if you go to apply loan on company A, you go to Chase, and then the same day or next day you are going to another credit union, or you are going to another lender. Those people, they are going to put your social security number to pull your credit score. If they do what do they call the hard pull, when they're going to check your credit score, is the credit score, the more you check your credit score, the lower the number is going to decrease, is going down. So make sure you do your research before you go and put each bank to do the full application. Because you put in more applications, they are going to look like 5 credit score. It's going to tank your credit score will be going down. So you have to look like different personal loans available. What credit union do they have? How does that one? Because you can read on their website, or you can call them and ask overall information before you do the applications. So shop around and find the options for your personal loan. After doing your shopping around and you know your credit score, you know how much you need to do, then the next step is to gather the documentations which are needed to get that personal loan. What are the documentation needed? Obviously, number one, you have to show the proof of yourself, the identification, the government issued ID. That's number one. Obviously, you have to show the proof of residence. Where do you live? Your address. This is your address. Prove to that particular address. That's where you live. Then you have to prove what they call it, the proof of income. How much what is the source of income? Do you have employment? Show us the documentation, that one. How much do you make in a month? How much do you make in a year? Some of the places, they might want to see the breakdown if you have other loans, so that they can be in a position to know how much is left and if you'll be able to pay that one. And obviously, they will need to have your social security number so that they can be able to run the application. So you gather all those documentations. And after gathering those documentations, and you know for sure which bank you are going, which financial institution you are going, the next step is just to submit. Step number 5, you are going to submit your application to the financial institution, and you wait for the approval. What are they going to look at? They'll look at your credit score, they look at your proof of income, they look at your residence, they look at your ID, everything. They're going to look at that one, and they are going to do that one. And the submission of the personal loan can either be online, or you can go and do physical application. But in most cases at this moment, everything is online. So few times they can give you the hard copy and do that. They don't like to do that, but some financial institutions still have the options for the hard copy application. Then you wait for the approval decision. You can either be given or not be given. So to increase your chances of getting, you yourself, check your credit, how much you have, then you can be able to apply to make sure that you have higher chances of being given the loan. Not just because it's a personal loan, any bank can give you the money. No. Some, they might say, you ask for 10,000, we'll be able to give you 7,000 or 5,000. And they'll tell you the interest rate is how much. So the decision is coming. So the decision when it comes, let's say they say they are going to give you, they say your loan is approved. You receive the terms and conditions. Please read the terms and conditions. Don't just go and sign, because in the end, it will come to haunt you. There are certain fine prints in the contract might come to bite you. So take your time to read everything. Go and read how much are you going to be given. What is the rate of repayment plan? What if you don't pay on time? What is the grace period? All those kind of things, you have to look all those kind of terms before you go. And the most important, you must know the interest rate. What percentage of the interest rate you are being given. If you accept the terms, obviously the next final steps, it will be to receive the fund. In most cases, if you have the bank account in that financial institution, they'll do that, or they'll give the check, whatever the modality they're planning to give you, they'll give you a personal loan. And once they give you the personal loan, they might tell you when will you be able to start getting payment system back. Like the first repayment system, when will that be? Certain places they give you 60 days, then you start paying. Certain 30 days you start getting paid, depending on the loan. If it is the loan, let's say from the small business loan, whatever kind, they might give you maybe 1 year due to the pandemic situation, all those kind of things. So it will depend on the terms, but look on that kind of terms. But all what you have seen is, don't rush to go and submit application everywhere, because your credit score will be going to be affected, because once each financial institution is going to pull the credit score, it looks like you are a person who is not trustworthy with the money, because you are going everywhere to borrow. Assume in your personal life, you go to John, borrow 500. Tomorrow you are going to Peter, you are going to borrow a certain amount. Next day you are going to Janet to go to ask this amount. Fourth day you are going to whatever. No, they know that they'll be talking around. You are not a trustworthy person. So make sure that you don't just jump around and get to the personal loan everywhere. So that is how you are going to get the personal loan. Make sure you have a very good use of the personal loan. Personal loan is not just to take someone for debt. It's not for the movie theater. Try to get the amount you need for the specific purpose, and the amount you are able to borrow and you are able to pay, so that you cannot pay for a longer time. You can be able to avoid the higher interest rate. You can borrow 2,000, you can end up paying 5,000 if you are not that smart enough to know, like, did you need that exactly amount? So those are the things you need to pay attention to and to look at when you are going to get the personal loan. A lot of people I know, they are taking the personal loan to start a business. Once they build the business, then they start getting the business loan.